All right, guys, we're going to get into some Fight Night Champions. Now, I'm doing this video because I want to show you something. I want to break down some things about Fight Night Champions. You know, I don't get into stupid, childish debates about what game is better and whatever the hell. Let me just say, first of all, before I get into the video, Fight Night Champions is not an arcade game. It's a simulation. The game was made in 2011. People have different outlooks on what they want to do and how they want to present the game. Okay, if you play the game, you should see it's not an arcade game; it's a simulation. And in fact, I can remember when they were talking about creating this game, and they said they wanted to make something different. Now, if you played the series, or if you've seen people play the series, what you learn quickly is that this game, Fight Night Champions, is different from the other ones. So certain elements they took away, certain elements they gave. Okay, like the end swell. I like that. Now, for content creating, it sucks because you have to, do it manually. Apply the ice to what parts of the face are swollen and things like that. But it's, okay, it's realistic, it's this, is that. Okay, great, whatever. Now, understand, no matter how real they try to make a game, it's still a game. It's still, I don't care what version, what type of genre it is, it's still a game. And there's a lot of things that the games can't do that a human being can actually do. So, okay. One of the things that I always hear is when people play this game, they always talk about somebody spamming. Now, then somebody will make a video, how to fight, left hook spammers, how to fight right hand spammers. Like, I mean, if you feel it helps you, so be it. Okay, to me, it's a bunch of shit because it's all about having fun, and pretty much, I've seen in real life people throw 4, 5, 6 punches with the same hand. Yeah, so don't get me wrong, you have people that have no skill and they're just mashing buttons. That's the difference between, like, even with, as I was saying earlier, and I didn't finish my point, was I remember watching an interview, back when they were making this game, and they said they wanted to make something different, maybe make it different from the other games. And also, the series itself, they needed something more realistic. This one is the most complete. But you always have the haters that want to be. And I say haters in the sense that if you like Fight Night Round 4, 3, 2, 1, great. I think they're all fun. They're all fun. But even if you look at Fight Night Round 3 and 4, the punches were slow. Like, everybody had the same hand speed. There was too easy to miss the majority of the punches that you wanted to land. Closing the distance was very, like almost impossible. You had to throw the same shit over and over. And it just wasn't easy to land your big shots that you needed to land, right? Unless you both were just standing right there flat-footed in front of each other. Not to mention, if you're not that good at something, you're just mashing buttons, it doesn't help the case. So therefore, if you watch and you play, and I never played, like physically had my hands on the controller and played 3 and 4 until about a month ago, about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months. But anyway, but I can see it even watching other people play it, the limitations of the game. Okay, Fight Night Champions is the most complete out of the whole series. Now, the thing is, even when people are the better players of Fight Night Champions, most of them, they pretty much what I find with players on everything, even on Undisputed, they play like robots. It's like they're programmed. You always hear, like, notice when people play Undisputed, you hear them going, okay, jab, okay, step into the body, loose footwork, okay, left hook. Like, why the hell are you sitting there calling it out as if this is what you're supposed to do every time you fight? No, you adjust to your opponents. And so my thing is, if you're fighting computer opponents and all you're doing is crying about spamming, but same thing, you think that I'm just going to do this and it's going to work. No, it's not how it goes. So if I can just sit here and think of throwing anything and it just works every time, that means the opponent isn't that good. I find it more interesting to play the computer than actual players. Human beings act like a bunch of kids. I don't have time for that or interest. I'm just not into that shit. Okay, now let me get into something. Let's get to the game. Let me show you something. And I'm going to actually play. and I'm going to talk less when I'm playing because I want to concentrate. This is what most fighters look like on Fight Night Champions. This is what most fights look like. Right? They go stand right up and automatically just start winging shots. Right? They're doing shit like this to get in, even when they're not close enough. Right? This is what they're doing. Then they do this shit. Right? They just start doing this shit right here. Now, it's one thing to move, close the distance, right? But then they'll do this. Right? This is what they do. And then they're blaming the game. People that watch are going, oh man, all they doing is spam. Like, it's not the game's fault. This is the way you play. This is the way they play. And the fact that they just walk straight in from the very bell and get right in each other's faces, just start winging shots. Then they start complaining about, they'll be like, you know what? Like, all right, let me save my energy. Let me conserve my energy, right? Then they start doing this kind of shit right here. This is how the fights look. Then they back off again, right? Now the opponent is doing absolutely nothing except for backing up because you're moving back. Then this is what they're doing. They're not fucking really throwing anything with any real purpose, just to land something. Then they start going to the body, and they're doing this shit. They're leaping in from back here. This is how the fights look. This is not the game's fault. This is your fucking fault. Now, here's the thing. You can do this wild shit and go for a knockout, or you can do it strategically. The thing is this, right? When you're letting punches go, and I'm just fighting like everybody else right now. This is what they're doing. Right? So even if some that might be a little crafty, might throw a jab, right? They might throw a jab, then jab to the body, then step back in, step back, jab, right? Step back in. Like, they do, it's like robotic shit. You can tell they're not fighting based on what the opponent is doing. See, and once they learn that they can land punches, they just start doing this right here. Now, I can walk him down. I can keep doing this. Now, look at my stamina, right? Let it build back up. Start going to the body. This is what they start doing. And then and the whole time, they start complaining about, you know what, I should be doing this and that. I should be doing this and this. Okay, let me tell you what. They're trying to save their energy. We get that. Then what happens is going forward, they'll do some shit like, okay, I'm going to actually give a fight. I'm going to restart this. But they actually, what they do is, they'll get to a point where they just start climbing up. They'll start holding. They'll start running, right? They'll just throw the long shots to try to keep distance because they realize, damn, I didn't drain my stamina too much. Now, going forward, they want to hold that stamina. Now, when they're fighting a live player, right, what do they always say? They'll say, all right, keep throwing all the punches. Go ahead. Watch. All right, they get knocked down. Everything. All right, watch what's going to happen later on. So they fight the same way every time. Let me not throw that many punches so I can conserve my stamina. Great. That's fine. But for me to stand here and tell you, I'm going to throw this, I'm going to throw that, right? And like, this is going to be my strategy with every fighter. Does everybody on the game fight the same, computer or human player? No. In fact, I'm going to use these same two people, Herbie Hide and Frank Sanchez. And I'm going to explain to you. Frank Sanchez will back off the second you start throwing punches, as you can see. He's not aggressive. He'll come in, he'll get his shots, and then he'll get out. Even if you're not throwing, he's an in and out fighter. Now, I'm going to fight this fight. I don't want to talk because I want to sit down. I want to focus. Now, I want you to pay attention to how I'm not throwing a whole bunch of unnecessary punches. Most people, they do. Like, they do this shit right here. Like, I already did, but they do this shit right here. Right? And they're doing this. Now, they're punching their way in. They're hitting nothing. You see this all the time. What am I throwing punches at? Right? Okay. On Undisputed, when you see people throw punches, the thing that I don't like about Undisputed is the stamina. There's no way you should get drained like that from throwing, a handful of punches. So at the end of the day, I don't like that about the game. So you have to fight to where, okay, you're using your smarts, but you have to approach the fights um, with the understanding that you're going to have to adjust to what your opponents are doing. So I'm going to give you a real fight. And also the stance. Okay, let me show you something. See how I put my hands up? This looks normal. Now, if I'm back here, I don't need to have my guard up. Okay, there's no need. He can't hit me. Now, when he gets close enough and they do lunge in, then I'll put my guard up. I'm in front of him, right? I can let my guard go. Look where he is. What am I doing this for, right? If he's not in front of me. So, right? On Undisputed, they hunch over. See how they bend and they block the punches with their elbows. That's real shit. Okay? That's real shit. But here's the thing. On Undisputed, you know how they do that? They hunch over. And this is my thing. If your opponent is backing away, why are you? Now, Frank Sanchez is walking me down, so I'm on the back foot, right? Cool. But when he starts to back off, why would I back off? He's going across the ring to back up. Why am I backing up? Why do we need 15 to 20 feet of space between us? So when I fight on the back foot, I'm on the back foot. I can do that to counterpunch, to set you up, to make you run into something. I can do that just to give us space, give you different looks, confuse you, make you unsure of what I'm actually going to do. What kind of attack is he planning? First he's on the back foot, then he's walking me down, then he's on the back foot, then all of a sudden he's just walking me down. Then all of a sudden he stays on the back foot, right? Landing from the outside. That's rhyme and reason. Okay, I've seen some Fight Night Champion players that are good. But my point is, after they do all of this talking, they just go into a whole lot of brawling. And then they're saying the guys that they're fighting isn't that good. They're just wild. And it's like, you're doing the same thing. Now, when you say, I got to throw something to keep them off, I'm going to show you inside fighting. And I'm going to show you how to do it. And it's going to look so clean. And yeah, you're going to miss some punches at times because your opponent's going to step off as you're throwing shots. So yeah, you will throw a shot or two at times that don't land. But he's not going to be 15 feet away, which is one of the things about Undisputed. And it's not about a comparison. I'm saying what each game has. That's one of the things that really just turns me off. That stupid. And the Philly shell, I don't know how they messed the Philly shell up, but the Philly shell look like their fucking shoulder is broken and part of their back is stiff. Like it just looks so stupid. And that hunching over, as a defense is like, bro, nobody does that shit in real life. Who did the animation for that hunch over shit? It just looks so much better if your hands is in the proper position where you can just put your hands up in guard instead of this hunch over. It just looks really foolish, man. And it's hard to really land the shots that you need to land on Undisputed. It's like you got to be in the exact right position to do so. So as you learn to adjust to what each game does, it's one of these things where, bottom line, people sitting there talking about how Undisputed is a simulation. Yeah, it is a simulation, but it's still, people don't play it realistically. So you're claiming the game is realistic, but you play it like it's an arcade game. And for the record, right? Do this right here on Undisputed. Do this and see what now. See, you want to compare. See what game looks more realistic doing this right here. And I guarantee you'll go, damn, I never paid attention to that before. Okay, now you see how I'm fighting? All right, we'll throw the towel in. All right, and we're going to start this over. And I don't care, people will tell you, oh, I'm playing on the hardest level, I'm playing on this level. It doesn't matter what level they're playing on. It's always the same complaints, right? So, I'm going to stop talking now. I might talk you in between the rounds, but I want to get this fight in. I'm going to show you inside fighting. I'm going to show you how realistic it is when you do it right, as opposed to just standing there throwing 1,000 punches and then saying the game's not realistic. You're throwing 1,000 punches. Well, why are you throwing so many punches? And when you create characters, don't pay attention to those numbers. Those numbers don't mean shit. They don't mean nothing. How you can put everybody on 100. If the build of how they throw their punches, the aggression and all that, if all that stuff, the mix-up is not balanced properly, those fighters are just going to punch themselves out and all you gotta do is sit back and wait and knock them out. And so it's like, no, I'd rather make the game competitive. I'm not concerned with all this. Yeah, but in real life, this dude was about a 75. Well, why the fuck would I want to build a 75 rated fighter? Just to have him on the game and he can't beat nobody. So when you're doing challenges like, I'm going to play on the hardest level and use the worst fighter in the game and see if I can beat the best fighter in the game or all this, like, all right, whatever. Y'all can have all that shit, man. I don't really care. So we're going to get to some more realistic type boxing. And then you're going to see what I'm saying. The game is going to do what you make it do. Now, as far as sometimes there's lag in the controller, lag, yes, that does happen. That does happen. Yeah. And you can have nights where you're not playing as well as you normally do. Let's go. I'm going to show you defense too. And if I want to knock him out, I can go for it. But when you go for the knockout, yes, you're going to throw a lot of punches, a lot more punches. And then, yes, you're going to drain yourself quicker. All right? I ain't thrown one punch yet. But, I don't mind a decision. If the knockout is what floats your boat, okay, cool. But I don't understand the whole, see, I'm giving distance, but I'm not running all over the ring. Now, if I want to fight on the back foot, I can. I'm just standing here making a miss. You got that one in. But you know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is most of the time, I win every round. All right, but we're gonna fight. We're not gonna run all over the fucking ring. When he backs off, I'm coming at him. If I feel like backing off, I will. All right, let's go.
Halfway through this round here. International's impressing the judges and himself with that right hand. That was nice. He just threw the punch from his opponent and then a good counter by International.
Yeah, like running through the rain without getting wet. Beautiful.
Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging. Blocks away that headshot. Right back to the gut. Final 10 seconds. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one.
Now,
And we come to the end.
you see how I'm coming in?
Number one.
And I got my guard up. I'm walking him down, but I'm not throwing a bunch of crazy stuff. Now, yeah, I could pressure him, throw more, do more to get him out of here, break him down. I can. But I'm showing you, I don't care what the game is. If that's how you're going to fight, yes, you're going to throw a whole lot of missed punches. You're probably going to run into something at some point, and you're going to drain yourself. We're going 10 rounds, right? So by the time you get to that 5th, 6th round, and you're already at the halfway or past the halfway point, you're throwing too much. So if you don't get the knockout, you lose because you're draining yourself.
He scored well after being hit himself. blocks that belt line well. International's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Combo lands to the head. Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing. Not engaging in the fight, but flinching. There's that proficient jab by International. International's combination punching is working well here. Halfway through round number 2. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Laying a trap there for a moment and then scoring that counter punch by International.
Now, you see how I threw those punches, he covers up. So there's no need for me to go crazy and just start trying to trap him in the corner. I could, and I might possibly land something to hurt him.
Job with the left hand. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by El Terrible.
But if I'm going to manage my stamina, I don't need to do it by running the first 5 or 6 rounds
Targets his opponent
and then get aggressive the last half, which is what most people do. Now you see what I'm saying? As they back up, yeah, you'll miss a shot. One time I threw a shot because I thought he was going to leap in, and he didn't. So that's going to happen, but it doesn't make the game look sloppy. It looks sloppy when you're just throwing punches and you're not landing anything.
tagged by a big uppercut.
All right, he's covered up, so I don't need to stand there and just keep punching. I step back a little bit. I need to run halfway across the ring. Now, I can move more to make him commit
Everybody's time.
and then catch him reaching. Like there, I could have caught him with a shot, right? But you understand what I'm saying? Everybody just runs across the freaking ring. And it's like, where are you going? Why?
Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. That's a big uppercut that just crashed home. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark.
And I know that I won this round as well. So that's 2 in the bag.
International showing off a real boxing IQ in that last round. Just fighting
And also,
I mean, not just
once you get a knockdown, you it's already a 10-8 round. Right? So if you jump on the guy when he gets up and you're not able to like get him out of there, I lay back because, and you fight the way you want to fight. I'm just showing you this is another way to do this. Like, you know, there's options. It's not just the way I'm showing you, but to be more relaxed and more poised. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody goes knockout crazy. Okay, I dropped him. Yeah. Now, for me, last 3 rounds, last 2 rounds, you can afford to unload.
And round number 3.
So even if you get a late stoppage, I don't mind a decision. But I just want to fight clean. You understand what I'm saying? You see how he's hesitant? So I don't need to sit there and run across the ring. He's not even coming in. Now, if I start backing up, he will come in.
Up top with the right hand. Right to the body.
So even on these exchanges on the inside, a lot of people don't have the confidence that they can do that. I'm getting caught here and there, but I'm catching him.
Not the most accurate uppercut you'll see.
You see the patience that he's showing as well? He gets in there, he feints, he moves, and he doesn't do anything at times. So if I'm just throwing a bunch of shots and I'm draining myself and he's blocking him, I'm giving him the advantage that he needs going forward. So going forward, trying to close the distance with the jab.
Staying away from
Right.
those headshots with his defense up top. International's right hand scores well. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Teddy, among the things that we're going to key in on here early on in this fight is the ability to go to the body.
Very important. Because what it does is stops the ability of your opponent to defend the headshots. Takes away some of that head movement.
Now, a little feint like that, it makes you think they're going to jump in sometimes. And I try to time it. And then he backs off. Now, there's different fighters that everybody doesn't fight the same way. Some are more aggressive and come forward. And I had to tweak some people, man, because when you watch the computer fight, or if I fight them, I'm going to knock them out 3-4 rounds because they're going to drain themselves. I like the skills, man. I like the defense. And I'm showing you can do this on the inside without throwing, 1,000 punches per round. That's just what people choose to do.
Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand.
I like how he got under that just now. Smooth.
10 seconds to go in this round. A well-placed overhand right. Good defensive skill.
All right. So, working off the jab, a lot of times, like when you have the shorter reach, or a guy might be faster or just as fast, and sometimes you can have, you could be equally skilled as your opponent, whether it's a computer fighter or a human fighter. Sometimes, because you're using a smaller guy, it's a little more difficult. That's like when people use Joe Frazier or Mike Tyson. They always try to get in and try to throw 1,000 punches per round. Just because the guy's a brawler doesn't mean he was throwing 1,000 punches per round. And also, notice it started around, and most people, they walk right up chest to chest.
To the idea of becoming a counter-puncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
Now, as you can see, his stamina is better than mine right now. So, right now, what I'm going to do, I want to bait him in, and I want to counter punch a little more. Now, you see he's coming in because I'm not doing anything. And I want to counter punch a little bit. And you're not going to always land every shot. But the effort and then judging it, man, look at my stamina, look at his.
Solid uppercut. International staying away from trouble.
So now I want to make him miss and make him pay.
Well off the mark by El Terrible. El Terrible's tagged. International's right hand working well that time. He scored well.
And I'm doing that because I'm trying to depend on pinpoint accuracy to not just keep throwing a whole lot of shots.
Able to bring the hook down low. 90 seconds to go in round number 4.
And I'm winning this round as well.
Well timed by International. He took a step back, landed the counter punch.
Exactly what he wanted to do.
El Terrible's failure to get away from his opponent's right.
Now look at his stamina, look at mine. I'm using defense and pinpoint accuracy. That's what I'm depending on.
The same punch needs to slip to the left.
I'm trying to throw the shot when I feel like I mostly definitely got the shot. But he's not going to make it easy because you see he's backing off as well. But when he overcommits like that, that's when I'm going to take advantage and land my shot. He still has better stamina. Now, at the start of the next round, the way things are going, I can do the same thing next round and then try to even it up and then go into the next round. I'll change my attack up a little more.
No, he missed that right.
See, I missed that when he jumped in and went behind his head. So to ensure, I know I won that round, but if I wanted to, try to walk him down some, try to land, something like there, That's 3 shots in a row, and I know I won the round.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs.
And that's another thing. If you counter with the same punch, they will get away from it at times. So
in terms of trying to stop the bleeding on that cut, but it's also critical.
I want to see what his stamina is going to be going into this next round. Hey, look, I'm having fun doing this, man. I'm not. This is not a science project. I got to sit and take notes and. Nah, I'm just looking at what he's doing and what I should be doing. Right? It's a chess match. Like I said, I could jump on him and just wild out and knock him out. But again, it's just a wild fight, throwing a bunch of shit, you know, and that's what I'm showing you guys. You can fight like you fight how the hell you want to fight, but there's other ways. Now look at his stamina, look at mine now. You see what I'm saying? And I won that round. I pretty much mostly win every round. I don't have to throw a punch every time he punches, especially when I'm blocking. That's what people like really should learn. It helps. Like, he's thrown way more punches than me already, but I'm landing and he's not.
Blocks the headshot. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out from here. El Torible's cut is now changing the course of this fight.
Well, the fighter's been trying to do his job. Now the cornerman is the most.
See those feints? Most people start throwing when they come in like that, and that's my point. Understanding, you know, what your opponent is doing.
But it gives his opponent so much time to pick where he isn't.
Yeah, you're right, Joe. I mean, first of all, some of them are going to get through, some of them will watch them. They're getting through. And you just touched on it. I mean, you come up, you tell your opponent, hey, I'm camping out, I'm not throwing back. So instead of throwing 1 or 2 at you, he's throwing combinations of 3, 4, 5. You got a problem.
Halfway through this round, International's doing a good job tonight on the outside. He's able to score from the outside, keeping a safe distance away from his opponent.
That's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing. I don't need to be way across the ring to be safe.
Boy, that worked out well with the uppercut. He pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself.
And also something I noticed about this game too. Even when you miss shots, the computer will readjust to like what you're doing. Make you have to mix it up.
You see him with the left of the head there? Good fighting, snapping shot by El Toribble.
You see what I'm doing? I'm depending on my defense at close quarters. I'm not throwing punches and then running halfway across the ring after I land some shots. Now, we've all been victims of doing that at times. Because as good as you get in this game, time goes by, the more you play, and you realize, like, damn, I'm even better now than I was then. Like, this version of me will destroy the old version of me. So, now, in this round, I know I got the round 1. I just teed off on him. I don't need to even throw anything else. Let my stamina build up some. And that's the whole thing. For me, I like to not let you into the fight. I'll just win, bag the rounds up, unless I just feel like going for the knockout. But I know as content creators, man, people always want to put their best performance on. And like, my thing is, like, I don't have to do this live. I'm talking to you, so you know I'm doing it as I'm playing it. And I'm showing it. You sit back and watch this and then watch other videos. You'll see exactly, even watch some of my other videos, you'll see like, yeah, because I backed off and moved, but I do it not just to do it. But when you do it, you realize like, nah, you just feel it more. It just becomes an instinctive thing after a while. You see how I slipped that uppercut through my own to the body? notice at the start of the rounds, it's like we're almost even. He has like a little more, but you know, being that I counter punch the line, I still can do the same thing, but I want to confuse him. And also, people are banning their jab, and they're throwing a jab when they're like chest to chest instead of hooks and uppercuts. So I work my way in. Now look at where I'm standing. That's jab and distance. That's jab and distance.
They're the ones that wind up landing.
You see him holding on. Internationals jacked by an uppercut. Reaching the halfway.
And I'm winning this round as well.
Oh,
yeah, he didn't come forward, but you saw what you saw the setup. Now it's the 6th round, and I know I'm winning this fight still. So 7th and 8th, between 7th and 8th, and I'm turning up a little bit here. Now that's all depends if I want to knock him out, if I want to go for the knockout.
A little something of his own.
Oh, nasty! Woo! Woo! This is what I'm talking about. I overcommitted. There you go. I overcommitted, and this is what I'm saying. What I tell you earlier. You can get caught overcommitting.
Hard to prepare for a situation like this, but many do. He's been down.
I like that. I'm not one of those. Oh, I gotta edit out. Or nah. I got caught with a nice shot on the inside. This is what I'm saying.
You move your head, you survive.
Oh, a good right hand by International.
Now he's gonna win the round, right? Unless I knock him down before the round ends. But now we're banging. Now we're banging. There we go. That I love this kind of shit. So yeah, I got caught in the inside. Boom! Nice shot. And probably mostly because I'm talking at the same time. Where I'm like, I really don't like to talk while I'm doing that. I'm good. I'm good. I'm not. You know, it's a fucking game. But I'm showing you guys. I love that. That's gonna look beautiful on camera because I got dropped. And that's what happens when you're on the inside and you're throwing them shots. So what he did, as I'm throwing all those punches, he just timed my shot and caught me. Bam! It's like the same thing when I was fighting with Holyfield against Sonny Liston. I got dropped in that fight. So yeah, I'm good, man. It's a fight. Now look at our stamina. It's round 7, right?
All eyes are on his status here to start this round.
Well, Joe, don't put too much on his plate.
And that's pretty much the only round he won.
Right now, surviving would be enough. He can worry about winning later on.
And that's why I picked him as an opponent, because of the way he moved and how you have to adjust and readjust with him.
Is doing a poor
Nice.
job. There's no other way to really say it. I mean, he's sitting there trying
Made
to
him miss, he made me miss. Nice.
But in the meantime, the fight is getting away from him in a big way.
Yeah, he needs a plan B right now. You know, he came in with plan A, Joe, but plan B is what he needs. He has to find another way to create offense. He's not going to be able to do it countering on the back end.
But now, he's trying to not overcommit, like how he normally was jumping in. He's trying to not do that now.
And he ties up on the inside. Blocks that
Nice.
blow, and then a counter uppercut. Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut. Scored well upstairs with the right hand.
He don't like that. He's grabbing me now. He don't like that.
Internationals just punching air that time. His opponent was able to get out of the way. There's the headshot, but he parries it away.
Then you know also when fatigue sets in,
The right hand comes into play by El Terrible.
sometimes like you'll notice your accuracy is not the same.
International's doing exactly what he's always done stylistically, Teddy. Now he was knocked down earlier.
All right, I'm breaking him down.
Got him in this position.
Yeah, he
Picking him
understands
apart.
his identity. He understands that, you know,
Picking him apart now.
win or lose, the man that he is, the fighter that he is, he just has to make sure that he makes a few adaptations.
Now, he's not an inside fighter, he's an outside fighter.
By International. Firing off the uppercut.
So he's not as comfortable as I am.
Back and forth they go.
Now, if I was using him against the guy I'm using, Herbie Hide, it wouldn't matter. I still break him down.
With that right hand.
All right. Like I told you, it's the only round he won.
That are complete here. This is a one-sided fight. You haven't seen the knockdowns from him, but you've seen everything else.
Yeah, and that's really what's more important. I mean, everybody loves the knockdowns and the knockouts, don't get me wrong, but what is really going to carry you is the jab, all those fundamental things. That's what's going to make you a champion if that's in your future.
And like when I walk away from him like that, when I give that distance, I want to catch him with the jab or the straight. And preferably the straight, the jab first.
And now he's targeting upstairs.
Unless I see the right hand is right there. And all that stuff just becomes instinctive. Now you see how he lands some shots, or he throws shots and then he gets off?
This is a development fight. This is a fight where you come out of it and you get better. That doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes you just get another W. He is learning.
Now this is round 8, so what I don't want to do too is like drain my stamina. But I can just like right now, which I'm not gonna do it, is just start letting my hands go to the point where I'm just throwing a bunch of shit. All right, so this is where the fatigue is setting. You saw me miss the jab, right? He slid past it.
There's a straight right hand. He needs to improve the accuracy a little bit. That was comical by El Terrible.
And that's something you got to pay attention to, is what shots are landing and what's not, and the effect that they have. So you can't it doesn't make sense to just throw a whole lot of punches for nothing. Yeah. You just start throwing a bunch of punches for nothing, no real rhyme or reason, just trying to hit something. Or you think it looks good for the cameras. Most people don't even know the combination that they're throwing. They're just throwing something. Now, I can jump on him if I want to, because we only got 2 rounds left. So it don't matter if I take him out now or the next round or the last round or whatever. If I want to go for the knockout, it's like I can.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. He had his eyes set on the uppercut, but was unable to land it. There he goes with the right hand again. El Terrible's defense is now serving him well. Nice job blocking that punch. So he takes a greater than 2,000 after he just
Yeah, I'm breaking him down.
same punishment. Teddy, we've been sitting here
He caught me right on the bell too.
as he lands these
and that's what I like. I like the variation, man. When you fight like the same type of style, that's why even when I create fighters, man, I don't, I try to create them as close to how they were, but I can't have these low stamina fighters in here, man, where it's not fun for me because I'm knocking everybody in 1 or 2 rounds.
That's all you get to gather yourself after being knocked out. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect.
Nah, he's being extra cautious now. He's tired.
Again to the middle. Right to the belt line. Protecting his head well with his guard. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head.
Yeah, I'm hurting him now.
Not able to land the headshot. International is leaving himself wide open there. You just can't do that.
Well, you can do it, but you're going to get paid. You're going to eat some leather. You're going to get punched in the mouth. That's going to happen.
He clinches when he gets to the inside. He got hit. Oh, now the uppercut. There's the uppercut. One of my favorite punches, and it works that time for him. Precision work with the left hand by International. International's doing well here with that 2 punches. Look at that. Oh,
Break him down. And see, my thing is, like I said, especially when you fight a human fighter, most people match your energy. So when you're throwing a lot of punches, they're going to throw a lot of punches. They're not really thinking about, damn, it's not necessary. But, you fight the way you want to. I really did this video to show the people, man, that keep talking about how Fight Night Champions isn't a simulated, it's arcade. No, it's how you fight, man.
Off the target by International. Harry brings the jab right hand. Oh! Well, he's
See what I'm saying? And that's what I'm talking about. Clean punches. You notice most of the time when people knock somebody out and they throw 2, 3 extra punches after 3, like, that's because they're just mashing buttons. Breaking Frank Sanchez down. He's out of here. All right, and like I told you, y'all, I'm not telling you this is how you fight. I'm saying I mix it up, but the fight can be fought this way. And I still got the knockdown. I got dropped myself. I love it. We had a fight. We were in a fight. So, you know what I mean? It's fun. And yeah, you go back and watch this fight, you'll see, like, yeah, this shit is clean, man. It's clean. So if I'd have lost, I still would record. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I always see people play this game, and I'm like, why the hell does everybody just run? Your opponent is going backwards. You're going backwards. You guys are like, you forgot your mouthpiece in the corner. Like, where you going? But yeah, I just wanted you guys to see, your skill level is what shines in the game. If all you're doing is to stand there banging, I mean, hey, man, whatever makes you, But my thing is, people judge the game itself based on the way they see people play it. Not realizing, no, it's not the game, it's the players, man. So, it is what it is. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Catch you guys on the next one.